some of my favorite videos to watch on like booktube are the videos on which people are looking for the next 5-star read, because like it's just so funny how like the videos can either be really short or really long, and they usually like go into like a lot of different genres and a lot of different kind of books, and I really love that. So that's why today I'm going to be filming another reading until I find my next 5-star read, because like it can either be one book, it can be 10 books, I don't know. And I love like the unpredictability of it. Obviously I want to find a 5-star read, but that's not always that easy. Okay, I know a lot of people also have this problem. I mean, I have that problem where I find like a lot of like 3-4-star reads, not a lot of bad reads, nothing that like, usually I don't find a lot of like 2-star reads, definitely not 1-star. But finding like that authentic feeling 5-star read can be so difficult. So in today's video, I just want to see how long it will take me to find like a 5-star read. The first book I'm going to be reading in this video is Nothing But Black and Teeth. I picked this one up from the library because look at how thin it is. I've been meaning to read this book for a long time, and I've picked it up in the bookstore a few times. I've like looked at it, I'm like, really want to buy it. It's like $15 to $18 usually, like if we exchange the currency. I'm like, for this thing of a book, I don't know if I want to spend that money on it. And I know I should to like support the offer and everything. If I really enjoy it, I might just finally take the bait and buy it and like add it to my collection. But for now, I rented it from my local library, and when I saw this in the horror section, I was like, I have to finally read it. I've been wanting to read this book for so long that is like, it was kind of driving me insane a little, but I was like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? So the library answered that question for me. So this is a horror book, if you can't tell from the cover. Look at that. I genuinely don't even really remember what this is about because I've been looking at it for so long and I feel like I kind of forgot. One thing I love about my library is that they like stick these like insides stuck to the page, so they can't like flop around like it's stuck here. So they can't flop around. I wish that was a thing with other books, although I do love to take the hardcover like dust jacket off sometimes. But anyway, that's not the point. Let's read the synopsis together. Kat joins her old friends who are in search of the perfect wedding venue to spend the night in a Heian-era manor in Japan. Trapped in webs of love, responsibility, and yesterdays, they walk into a haunted house with a heart full of ghosts. This mansion is long abandoned but is hungry for new guests, and welcomes them all. Wait, what? This mansion is long abandoned but is hungry for new guests and welcomes them all. Welcomes the demons inside of them, because it is built on foundations of sacrifice and love and bone. I can't read today. Their night of food, drinks, and games quickly spirals into a nightmare as the house draws them into its embrace. For lurking in the shadows is a ghost bride with a black smile and a hungry heart, and she gets lonely down there in the dirt. That sounds so creepy. I love Japanese horror. Okay, so if this is a 5-star read, because it just sounds right up my alley. If this is a 5-star read, then this will be a very short video. But we'll see. How many pages does it have? Let me check without spoiling myself. Only 120 pages. So I will be finishing this today. It will take me maybe less than 2 hours to read, maybe around 2 hours to read. I don't know, but I'll probably give you guys an update today, and otherwise I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. Because like, if you can't tell, it's already dark outside. It's dark as shit out here. The only reason I have some semblance of light is because of my ring light. We're going to try to find a 5-star read, and this is first on the chopping block. Nothing But Black and Teeth, okay? See it? Let's go. I think I might have lied to you guys, and not even on purpose. I don't think I'll be finishing this book today. I'm on page 27. I don't know why my brain is just not cooperating with me at the moment. It's like I want to read. I really do. But it's like my brain is just somehow not... it's trying to read, but it's not really taking anything in. And I don't know why. I'm just so tired, and I'm like, it's only a book with 120 pages. Why can't my brain just read it? But for some reason it doesn't want to. Also, I'm kind of terrified of this book now because I mentioned that I was reading it on like Goodreads and Fable, which are the two tracking apps that I use. And I saw that it had like less than 3 stars average rating on both of these like apps. And especially on Goodreads, it has like 40,000 like reviews, like more than 40,000 reviews. I think it was almost 50,000. And that kind of terrifies me now because now I'm scared that it will actually suck. And so far, it's a bit confusing. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really following who like the main characters. Like, there are, so far I've heard about 4 characters and it's being 26 pages. But the whole thing is a little bit like confusing, but I will say that like the ghost story in this book sounds very intriguing. Like, it sounds very creepy. So I hope that maybe I will just be the one with bad taste and really enjoy this book. I can confirm that I did not have to worry about this book being 5 stars. I rated it approximately 1.5 star, and even that, like, honestly feels a bit generous. I was so confused while reading this book. I didn't fully understand it. That might have just been me, but like the concept was creepy, but the whole storyline, it just felt so confusing. And it wasn't really scary, even though it was like marketed as like a horror book. I couldn't really get into it. And even though it was like 120 pages long, it felt like almost too long. Like the text, like the writing was very jumbled up, and a lot of the words I didn't really grasp. And the characters were also very confusing. I didn't really get a good grasp on any of them. And even like the relationship to all of them was very confusing. So this book just wasn't for me. I'm happy I only rented it from the library and I did not actually pick it up and buy it myself because I would have been really disappointed in it because clearly 1.5 stars is not good. And yeah, I don't often rate books that low. It needs to be pretty bad for me to rate it lower than 3 stars. And I just did not vibe with this book. But that could have also been me, or just that I didn't vibe with the style the author wrote in. Like, sometimes that happens, but definitely not for me, and definitely not a 5 star read. I already picked my second book and I already started reading it like a few pages, and it's Hunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts. And I picked this mainly because of the cover, because look at it. It's so cute. I love this cover so much. And it's just like a cute like romance book. I can read the back for you guys so we all get like a good grasp on this book. Lex has one rule for dating: no tourist or anyone bound to leave her behind in her sleepy Vermont hometown, until one snowy morning when she hitches a ride with a handsome stranger. James is a documentary filmmaker looking into the town's haunted landmarks. Viral ghost stories from Lex's anonymous vlog. When he shows up at the quiet bookshop Lex works things, he can't resist tampering with his research. After all, James's stay is only temporary, and her career dreams come first. But as they spend more time together, Lex realizes she's falling for James. Whereas his mission isn't as frivolous as it seems, and her tricks may cost him much more than a spooky documentary. So far it's pretty good. I can kind of relate to Lex because he's like anxiety and depression. I also have a lot of anxiety and depression, but I also like James. I like his character, I like the way he interacts with her, I like the way they two interact together, and I can definitely see the chemistry. I don't know if this will be a 5 star read. So far, it's not really like giving me the 5 star vibe, but who knows? This is what we're reading next. So let's hope for the best. Hopefully, it's better than Nothing But Black and Teeth. Okay, so I have 3 quick updates for you guys. First of all, I'm about 70 pages or 80 pages into Hunt Your Heart Out. So far, it's fine. I'm hoping it'll pick up. But also, this is a spoiler, okay? So if you want to read this, don't listen to me now. But it's chapter 8 and they already kissed. And I'm just like trying to have like, it's hard for me to stay motivated to like fully look into this book when that has already happened. I feel like so much of the tension is already out, and I'm hoping this won't be filled with like a lot of like unnecessary breakups and like miscommunication, because it does have the potential to be a really fun book, but that's kind of my worry right now. So yeah, I don't know if this will be a 5 star read, but yeah. Then I also finished listening to an audiobook that I started listening to before this video, but I will just mention them anyway because like I listen to audiobooks sometimes, they're fun, whatever. If you don't find audiobook reading, then don't come for me. But I I listened to The Trip by Phoebe Morgan, and I rated it 3.5 stars, so definitely on the 5-star rate, so the video is not ending here. It's about this group of friends that goes to um, Thailand on like a week of holiday. And then there's this creepy guy who starts to follow them around because one of them has like a big secret in their past. And that sounds really cool, but the whole thing was kind of anticlimactic, and the secret wasn't really that good. I don't know, it all just felt a bit like weird to me, but that's kind of where that is at. So, 3.5 stars. It's a decent thriller. I loved Wild Girls more by Hugh Morgan. That's also why I decided to listen to this one, because I really love Wild Girls, but the trip is kind of eh. I also read The Babysitter by Phoebe Morgan, by the way, but that one was also better than the trip. I don't know why this one was so boring to me, so anticlimactic, but yeah, I think we said 3.5 stars. 100 hard out so far. Doesn't feel like a 5-star read, but yeah. Also, I'm going away for like 5 to 6 days now, so I'm bringing 100 hard out with me, obviously, because that's my current read. And then I will be listening to audiobooks, and I'll be bringing these 3 books with me. The first book I'm bringing with me is The Night Guest, and I don't know how to pronounce this author's name. Hildur Nitstativ? I don't think that's correct. But we have The Night Guest that I'm bringing with me. Then I'm bringing Where Sleeping Girls Lie, which I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, even before I had it on my physical TBR. So I really want to bring it with me, even though it's rather thick. And then the last book I have is a non-fiction book, actually, which is My Parents' The Wing of a Bird, which has like a collection of non-fiction stories by Afghanistan women. I'm very excited to read this as well. So those are the books I'm bringing with me. I might buy books while I'm there, maybe not. I will see. But if I do, I will put that in this video as well. So that's kind of the updates. And I'll talk to you later, I guess. I hope that the lighting is decent here. I'm not at home right now, as you can see. I just wanted to give a quick update. I read quite a bit on the plane yesterday. I think I ended up reading like 60 or 70 pages in 100 hard out, which is not that much, but also on the plane for 1 hour 40 minutes, and I got a little bit distracted in between. So I ended up reading like 50, 60 pages, like I said, and so far I'm enjoying it, but it's nothing special. I hope that my predictions of this book are wrong, that I'm imagining like that what I think is gonna happen is not actually gonna happen, because right now what is gonna be the problem in this book is so obvious that it's almost a little bit painful. So I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, because right now I can just already imagine the problems he's gonna be having, like what she's doing to him, like the way she's lying to him. He's not gonna like that, and she has like 100% like abandonment issues or whatever. So that's kind of it. And also like the huntings in this book, like these vibes of this book look so much more like creepy, like spooky and atmospheric than it actually is. But maybe that's just me having the wrong expectations. But yeah, so far it's nothing special. I definitely don't think it's going to be a 5-star read. It feels like a very solid like 3, like not bad but not good. But maybe, I have like a good chunk left, like right, like a bit more than half or just about half. I'm not sure. So maybe it will pleasantly surprise me. I'm on page 131 right now. So yeah, a little bit more than halfway left to read. So hopefully it will pleasantly surprise me. Who knows? I also started listening to another audiobook. I'll put a photo here somewhere. And she started it by Sharon Gilbert. And it's like a thriller about these 4 girls who used to be friends in high school. And then they get a weird, like, a few years later, like 10 years later, probably. I think they said it was 10 years. They get an invitation to a bachelorette party from someone they were like friends in high school with. And I mean friends as in like they were mean girls and they bullied that girl. And she invited all 4 of them to her bachelorette party in the Bahamas. And that's how far I've come. So obviously shit is going to go down, because why would you invite those 4 people? I think it's already weird. Like when they arrived in the Bahamas and had to take a boat to an island, the person riding the boat was already thinking that one of them was the bride instead of the person who had invited them. So, things are already weird. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see how that's all gonna go down. So, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got 3 books, so it wasn't too crazy. So, the first book I got was You May Now Kill the Bride by Kate Weston. And I honestly just picked up this book because of the title. I don't even really know what it's about. Like, I saw the spine like this, and I wasn't even standing in like the right location. But it caught my eye so much, and I have seen it around a little bit, but I haven't heard that much about it. But I still picked it up because, like, honestly, it sounded like a really fun thriller. Then the next book I got, I've never seen anyone talked about before, and it's the Complicated Games by Tess Amy. And this is about like two best friends who con men. And like honestly, just that premise alone, I was like, yes, I need to read this. And I love this cover. I think it's really cute actually. And now I know I said I didn't like The Naturals. Yet here we are about the sequel in the series because I don't know. I've heard so many good things about it that I really want to like it. So I was like, maybe I should just give it one more chance. Because it's a 4-book series, so maybe things will pick up in the second book and I will learn to like it. Like I said, I didn't really hate it. I was very like about it. It was still fun, like a quick fun read. So I picked up The Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and those are the 3 books that I bought. As you can see, I'm back home. I have quite the update for you guys since I last spoke to you. I wanted to update earlier, but the last day, like yesterday, was so busy, and today was quite busy as well, so I didn't have time. But what I wanted to start with is that I finished Hunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts. And while I did really relate to the main character in terms of like her anxiety or like over like the way she doesn't rely on anyone since everyone thinks it's like perfectly fine on her own, I kind of related to her a lot. But I also thought that this book was very predictable and quite boring actually. I don't know, it felt very dragged out even though it wasn't 300 pages long. So yeah, this was definitely not a 5-star read for me. I ended up rating it 3 stars, which it's not that good. So yeah, I finished reading Hunt Your Heart Out. I started reading The Night Guest, and I finished reading it immediately. Like this was less than 200 pages long, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so cool. And like some of the chapters in this book are like 1 sentence long. Like this whole thing is so creepy. The only reason I didn't rate it 5 stars, I ended up rating it 4 stars, was because the ending was a little bit disappointing. I felt like there could have been so much more done with it, and I'm left with so many questions, and I don't know if that's like intentional or not. But yeah, it was good, but it wasn't a 5-star read for me. It was very close though, because I really enjoyed it, and this just pulled me out of my reading slump immediately. And I also love that it takes place in Iceland because I feel like I love it when books take place in different places because then I get like a whole different vibe of that culture and that country and the people who live there. I thought that was really cool with The Night Guest. I really enjoyed it. And then I picked up my next read, which I have very high hopes for. I loved Ace of Spades and I've had Where Sleeping Girls Lie on my keyboard for quite a bit. I started reading it today. I'm only on page 32, but so far I'm really enjoying it and I love the map that's in this book as well. It's so pretty. And like I said, I love Ace of Spades, and this kind of has the same like dark academia vibe. And it's gonna be like a murder mystery thing, and I'm very excited to read it. It feels like ages since I gave you guys an update on my search for my next 5-star read. I just wanted to come in and film a quick clip because I finished reading my audiobook. I don't know if you guys remember. If I told like the book, I'll put a photo of the cover here again to like freshen up your memory. But it was She Started It by C.N. Gilbert. I'm pretty sure it was by C.N. Gilbert. You will see it. I ended up rating it 4.5 stars. It was so close to being a 5-star read for me. But there were a few reasons why it just didn't seem to like push me over the edge to make it a 5-star read. So the first thing, like, first of all, the book, it was about these 4 girls who were invited to go to this hen party by this girl they used to know in high school and used to bully a lot. Which, what the hell? Like, these characters are so unlikable. They were the absolute worst. I don't think any of them had any redeeming qualities. They all sucked. They all were awful people, and honestly, they deserve worse than that they actually got, in my very humble opinion. Oh yeah, the characters are very unlikable, which was like kind of the point, obviously, but it still sometimes made it a bit unbearable to read. And then the plot twist at the very end, it wasn't that shocking, in my opinion. Like, I kind of figured it out, so that took away from like the wow factor for me. Obviously that this is like, sometimes that happens when you read trailer books, right? You figure out what happened before the author gets there, and that's fine, but it just made it so that it wasn't like a 5-star reading. Also, if you do end up reading the book, it has like quite like, it goes in very much detail, like self-harm and suicide and bullying and like things like that. So just keep that in mind. It was still a good read, but it might be something to keep in mind for you if that's something you don't want to read about, because it could sway, like, you know, I wasn't prepared for that to be in the book, so I was like, okay. But it's fine, we enjoyed it anyway. But it wasn't 5 stars. It was very close, but it wasn't. And then I'm still reading Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I started a new job, and since then I've just been trying to get used to the new schedule again. It's been crazy. Page 112, I've mainly been reading it on my commute. So far I really enjoy it. It's a bit slow, but it's starting to pick up now, which is, I mean, it's fine. It's like almost 600 pages long, so obviously it's going to take a little while to like start picking up the pace. That's completely normal. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I really like Sadai. I really love her a lot. I like her character. I'm very curious to know what happened to her. And I'm also already very intrigued by the mystery and just this whole like dark academia, like the school they're at. It's just giving me creepy vibes. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't think I have anything else to update you guys on right now. I really hope that this will be a 5-star read. If not, we just have to keep going, I guess. Like, there's nothing else we can do about it. Like, we just have to keep moving on. Okay, so just a quick update. I'm like not quite halfway through, not even close, I realized. I'm on about page 227-ish. And I'm really enjoying it, but I will say that it takes a while to pick up. I don't think a lot has happened yet in this book, and I feel like some of the things that are happening in this book are a little bit repetitive, which makes it a bit harder to read. I am very interested in the story and to find out what actually happened, but I just feel like some parts of it are very slow. I just spent about like 80 pages reading, and I feel like the author kind of led us into like a little circle. We were right back where we started, with like maybe like one more hint of information, but not really. Which, like, things in this book are a little bit creepy. Yes, like there are some things happening and I'm like, okay, but it's not really picking up yet. So I hope it will do that soon, because 227 pages for me to feel like all of this information that we've gotten about like the situation in this book, I feel like could have been explained in like 50 pages or so. So that is a bit of a downside, but I still have high hope for this book. I do. I just don't know if it will be a 5-star read. Quick little side quest from Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I'm going to be reading this very thick book, which is The Housemaid's Wedding by Frida McFadden. It's like air. It's like nothing. Like, what even? How thick is that even? It's barely anything. It has less than 80 pages. I think it has like 75 pages and maybe 74. I'm just gonna take a quick break from Where Sleeping Girls Lie to read this book, because I just got it into the mail like yesterday. I love the Housemaid series. I do feel like they have gone downhill with like every book a little bit. Like, I absolutely adored the first one. I kind of want to reread it. I liked the second one, and the third one was like, so I've heard very split reviews on this book. I've heard some people who love it, and then some people who wish it didn't exist. So I don't know if it will be a 5-star read. I mean, maybe it will blow me away, but I
I just really wanted to read it because, like I said, I love the Housemaid series, so I just felt right to read it, and it will be so quick and fun. I think I will read it in like less than 2 hours, you know? Okay, quick update. I ended up reading it. It only took me like 1.5 hours. It was very short. And like I thought, I didn't rate it 5 stars. I rated it 2 stars. I think the problem with me with the Housemaid series, then like the first book was amazing. The second book was great. But after that, it all started to get a little bit repetitive, and this just felt like a pretty pointless like thing that didn't like this could have been included in like book 2 or book 3, you know what I mean? Like it didn't have to be its own little thing. Like it didn't really feel like it added anything other than going through the same like repetitive steps that happened in like the other Housemaid books. And I feel like after a while you're just like, okay, you get it, you know, like you don't have to tell the same story over and over again. And I do love Freedom McFadden's books like a lot, but I feel like sometimes like with this one, like the simplicity of it can like kind of hurt the story almost. So this was not a 5 star for me. I also feel like these two actually deserved a proper wedding after everything they've been through. But you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, I just wanted to read that one quickly today, like because I just got it and I was curious. So yeah, at least I get to add it to my Goodreads goal. I was really thinking, hey, it's a book, it counts.
Okay, I feel like it's been ages since I last gave you guys an update, but I find this being actually by Sleeping Girls Lie, and I have very mixed feelings about it. If you watched the very beginning of this video, you know that I was very excited about this book. I had very high expectations for it, but I don't know why I just didn't live up to what I wanted it to be. I only rated it 3 stars and not 5 stars. It wasn't bad, let's put it out of the way, it wasn't bad. But there were a few things that I just didn't vibe with. One of them was that it was really slow, like things didn't really start picking up until like 60% into the book, and that's normally not that bad, but this book is almost 600 pages. So I had to read almost like 300 pages more probably to like really feel like anything was happening. And then I was having like a hard time sometimes figuring out the ages of these characters, because the things they were saying didn't really match their age, and all the characters kind of felt a little bit flat, like they could all be the same person. And then the ending was realistic, but still kind of left me very unsatisfied and sad. So I don't know, it just wasn't really for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I had expected from it. And if you do pick up this book, which I do recommend because I think some people might vibe with this more than I did, do read the trigger warnings, I would say, because it does go into some topics that I know can be sensitive for people, and I kind of wish I had looked it up, but I hadn't, but that was on me. So you guys have no idea how long I've been recording this video. I feel like it's been ages. But the next book we're going to be reading in an attempt to find a 5-star read is Mother Dear by Ivy Tolan, and it's a horror slasher book, and I've never read any Ivy Tolan book. I've read 4 of them. I've never read one that wasn't 5 stars. So I have high hopes for this book as well, and I feel like just for saying that I'm cursing it. Weddings are a mother. With its mix of bloody wedding dresses, florists who can't seem to stay alive, and a family with more. Oh, never mind. Life is good for Katie Rose Waters. Her family is filthy rich. She has her beloved Mother Dear's undivided attention, and she can get away with murder anytime she wants, literally. When Katie Rose's estranged older sister Kit returns home after 10 years, Katie Rose's perfect life is thrown into a tailspin. Moments after saying hello and sealed in Katie Rose's shoes, Kit announces she's coming back for good, and she's bringing a new fiancé with her. Suddenly Katie Rose's old news as Mother Dear shifts her attention to planning the wedding of the century. Between work and Kit, Mother Dear can't find a time for Katie Rose unless she needs help choosing flowers or decapitating the baker. It's simply devastating. As the big day approaches, tensions run high. Katie Rose vows a revenge from her sister. Kit threatens to reveal old family secrets, and Mother Dear must go on all antacid diet, but everything will be fine as long as they avoid stress, because that's when things get messy. Unfortunately, there's nothing more stressful than a wedding. This just sounds funny. I don't know. I'm exaggerated.
One thing I absolutely love about Ivy Toland's books is just how crazy the deaths and the murders are in these books. Like, I'm on page 29. I read some on my commute to work. I don't know what's up with me in reading. Like, on my way to work, I love to read. But on my way from work home, I usually can't really focus on my book. And then I usually never end up reading a whole lot. But, like I was saying, like, the first death in this book alone was already insane. I'm already so intrigued by it. I'm so excited to keep reading. Like I said, I'm on page 29 now. I started it today. Chapter 5 already. I love me some short chapters. Like that chapter was short. Like chapter 4 was only like 4 pages. I love that for me. But yeah, Ivy Toland's books are just amazing. Like, I'm already enjoying this so much. I'm very curious to see where this goes. I also love how all the books take place in like the same little universe, so they're all kind of connected. I'm so sorry, my hands look so disgustingly gross right now. And that's not the point. Okay, that's not the point of this clip. I'm going to go read some more. I have my cute little fireplace going. I have tea in my Kangaroo Island mug. Yeah, it's a Kangaroo Island mug. It's not really my mug, it's my girlfriend's mug. She collects the mugs. Anyway, not the point. I'm going to be reading some more. I'm very comfortable here. My dog is laying there. I don't think you can see him. He's here. So comfortable. I'm home alone. I'm tired from work. I don't really have anything else I want to do other than read some. And maybe I will. I don't know how much I will read right now. I might want to go and color some later. You know how I said that I would jinx it by being so convinced that this would be a 5-star read for me? I feel like the thing with Ivy Toland's books is that they're very calm, they're very over the top, and I usually love that. But this, so far, this might be a bit too much even for me. And I'm very much enjoying it. I just don't get that 5-star feeling. But I'm on page 124 right now. So I'm almost halfway through. So it still has a lot of time to like redeem itself, okay? So maybe this video won't go on forever. But maybe it will, who knows? Anyway, I am enjoying it. I read some of my commute again today. I want to read now, but I'm so fucking tired.
I genuinely believed I jinxed it, because why is this the first book by Ivy Toland that I didn't rate 5 stars? I feel like this is on me. Like, I feel like I genuinely jinxed it. I don't even know how. I only ended up rating Muddy Deer by Ivy Toland 3 stars. It's about this family that's just, like, I'll be honest and say, like, Ivy Toland's books are always, like, very camp and very over the top. I usually like that, but in this book, it was, like, a little bit too much. It's about this family and this mother who has, like, 3 daughters. One is barely in the book. I don't even know why she was really there, because there was no purpose for her. Like, she didn't do anything. She literally was just forgotten all the time by everyone. She didn't participate in any of the things going on. And then the other one was kind of crazy and murdered people all the time. And then the third one, Kit, who she disappeared or left. And then returned after 10 years because he was going to get married. And then he kind of had a wedding planning, all that. And people are just getting murdered. And this family, it's so dysfunctional. They're like screaming all the time, and everyone is like working, like trying to do everything to like keep them happy. And the fact that everyone is just fine with the murder of people, it's just crazy. I didn't really vibe with it. Like, I still enjoyed it. It was like a fun read. It was very quick as well, but it just wasn't that 5-star read that I've been looking after, and that's very disappointing. Because now I just feel stuck. I'm like, you guys don't even want to know how long I've been recording this video for. And I'll be honest and say that I don't really know what to read. Like, I didn't really know what to read next. I didn't really feel like picking anything. So I just picked something that I've seen on BookTok a lot. And do I think this will be a 5-star read? I don't think so. But I don't know, because everything I thought would be 5-star reads were not 5-star reads. So we're going to a complete different genre right now, because I feel like I need to switch it up and see if that works. So I started reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I'm literally 12 pages in. I've heard so many good things about this book, so I really hope it will be lifted up So I really hope it will live up to my expectations. I don't know how to speak anymore. I'm tired. I read some of my commute today. I don't know. I feel like most people know what this book is about, but I'll still just read the back for you guys. It's like a cute small town romance, I think. I don't really know what it's about myself either. I bought it because I saw that it works and it was really cheap, but I genuinely don't really know what it's about. When Jingy's aunt gives her the beloved pumpkin spice cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor, Jingy jumps at a chance for a fresh start away from her fairy tale desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbor's gossip at all costs, but Jingy's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with irritatingly upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jingy's happy-go-lucky attitude win over to the grumpy but gorgeous Logan, or has the city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? Why am I out of breath from speaking? Doesn't make sense. Sometimes I speak and then I forget that I'm like supposed to breathe. Does anyone else have that? Anyway, I love a good grumpy sunshine moment, so I hope that this will exceed my expectations.
Okay, so I've been reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and so far it's fun. I'm about like 150 pages in. I am, however, wondering what will happen that makes the book like more than 350 pages, if that makes sense. I'm like, what is gonna go and happen that will drag it out for that long? I will say I really enjoy the characters in this book, and I love the side characters as well, which doesn't usually happen. I love the whole vibe, I love the small town, I love all of that. But that's one thing I'm a bit concerned about, because I don't know how long it will take before anything will happen, or if it will just be like 200 more pages of will they, won't they. I think I'm actually losing my mind. I'm convinced I lost my mind. This book, not 5 stars. Spoiler alert, not 5 stars. I rated it 4 stars, which it was fine, but I had some problems with this book. And one thing was that it was rather long. Like, it's under 400 pages, but it felt like it was much longer than that, and I didn't like that. And also, the problem with these characters, I feel like it wasn't miscommunication per se, like they knew what was going on in each other's lives, but it felt so dragged out that they were having the same true problems throughout this entire book, and the mystery in this book was not that exciting. I also thought that the last 50 pages were a bit dragged out, but that sounds like very hard criticism. I did enjoy it, I did, but it was just a bit, I don't know. It was fine. It just wasn't a 5-star read for me personally. Do I think this book will be 5 stars? I don't know. But it's the next book I'm going to be reading. I already started it. What am I saying? I'm on page 30. It's You May Not Kill the Bride by Kate Weston. It's a like adult mystery, I think. I don't know. I don't think it's YA. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a mystery book. It just says, their hangovers may fade, but this is a hen party they will never forget. Lawrence, Saskia, Dominica, Farah and Tansy have been friends since nursery. They wonder if that was the last time they all actually liked each other. Reunited as bridesmaids attends a spiritual hen party in the woods. It doesn't take long before old grudges begin to surface. Not to mention the secret they've been hiding for 20 years. What starts as a weekend of macrame and contraband vodka ends in murder when Tansy chokes to death on a poisoned cacao drink. As the body count keeps climbing, the friends realize that one of the group must be the killer, and if any of them want to make it down the aisle, they need to wash their sash-covered bags. Who will be left standing when the bouquet is thrown? It just sounds fun, and I love this cover. Like, I just saw this spying in the book, so I was like, I have to have it. I had to have it immediately. I just couldn't resist. And I love these like balloon letters. It's so cute. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be reading. I'm changing genre again because I'm kind of losing my mind over here. Because it feels like it's a fucking. I've been recording this video for like a month, I think, and I'm kind of losing my mind over here. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little update while I unpack my things because I don't have a lot of time. I'm reading You May Now Kill the Bride, and I'm about I think it was 160 pages in. I haven't been reading a lot this week. Work has just been crazy. Everything has just been insane. So I haven't really made a lot of progress in that. I think I'm about halfway through now. And it's fun. It's fun. It's interesting. But the problem with it is that sometimes, like, you follow like a few different people, but it's third POV, and sometimes the POV just changes in the middle of a chapter, not even with like an empty space between or anything. It just goes from one person's point of view to the next person's point of view in like one sentence without like a break or anything. And sometimes that gets a little bit confusing, which I do not like. I don't know, like, I'm enjoying the book, but that makes me kind of like, it just makes the whole thing a little bit confusing. And I don't like that. I have eye patches. Has anyone tried these? They're not for me, they're for my girlfriend, but I need to do more face masks. My strings are so dry. And I bought sheet masks for a bit, at least for like 3 weeks, maybe 2. Need to buy more, but you know, I need to test these, I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. So that's kind of the thing, like, I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if it's anything special, but maybe it will pick up. I just feel like one of them is like a secret that's just like hooking up with someone, and I don't think I'm already 99% sure that I know who it is. And I don't know who's murdering people. I don't know that, so that's still a bit of a question. But the whole thing is just a little bit anticlimactic, and the other one also has a secret that I've already figured out. So that kind of makes it, I don't know. It's just not as good as I wanted it to be. I don't get that 5-star feeling, and I'm slowly losing my mind. I regret making this video, but now I'm in too deep. On a good note though, I started listening to the audiobook. I know it's been a while. I started listening to the audiobook. I will put the picture here. It's the How to Kill Men and Get Away with It, How to Murder Men and Get Away with It. I started listening to it yesterday while I was at work. Yeah, ignore this. I started listening to it while I was at work, and I am enjoying it so far. I think it's really fun, and I just love the main character already. So that book is making me a little bit more hopeful. But How You May Now Kill the Bride, it's like, it's not bad. I feel like it could be like 3.5, 4 stars. You know, I just don't get that 5-star feeling, and that is slowly making me lose my mind, because I'm like, I've been going at this for so long, and it's just not really doing it for me. Why am I unpacking the video? I don't know, I don't even care. But we do have my favorite Celsius, which is the Mango Passion. If you don't like Mango Passion Celsius, fuck you. Oh no, that's me. Anyway, yeah, kind of fuck you, honestly. It's so good. I am also still reading You May Now Kill the Bride, but it's very slow going, so I want to know how it ends, but I'm not intrigued enough to like pick it up all the time or read. Maybe I'll read some now, because I need to make some breakfast, brunch, whatever it's gonna be, I don't know yet. And maybe then I'll read some. I also wanted to go out and buy a smoothie and read some while I did that, but it's very cold out. And I'm lazy and I don't want to have to do my makeup, so... Okay, I have a long-ish update for you guys. I finished reading You May Now Kill the Bride by Kate Weston. And like I said, I really enjoyed this book. I did feel like it was a bit dragged out. And the ending felt very rushed. Like, the person who did it, like, it just didn't really make sense in my head. It, like, I don't know, there was just something missing about it that made it very anticlimactic. Which, including with like always changing POVs, like this mystery book, it was fun. I enjoyed this more than the other book I read by her, which was like a YA book. I think it was like Murder on a School Night. I enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed that one. I ended up rating it 4 stars, so not quite 5. And then, I finished reading that one today. I'll listen to it because I listened to it as an audiobook. I rated that one 4 stars as well. I enjoyed it. It was very funny, but it felt a little bit dragged out sometimes. And like, I understand it was kind of the point, but oh my god. I don't know, in the end it felt a bit like repetitive, and the ending was also just a little bit anticlimactic once again. Like, in the book there's like a stalker, there's like a big plot point. It's not really a spoiler because I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but it just like, it didn't really make sense in my head. So yeah, 2 books finished. Still no 5 stars here. I haven't started listening to any audiobook yet, but I did start reading a new book. And it's The Party by Natasha Preston. Now, Natasha's book are kind of hit and miss for me. I have 3 here. I've read pretty much all of them by her, though. This one is new. And it just says, in the heart of the English countryside, Bessie and her closest friends gather at a remote castle for a secret party that promises to be the best long weekend ever. But shockingly, one of the group dies, and the party takes a sinister turn. Trapped inside the castle while a deadly storm rages, Bessie and her friends come to the horrible realization they are being stalked by a killer. When the body count rises and secrets about the past start to emerge, Bessie begins to understand that she doesn't know her friends quite as well as she thought. As the party turns into a terrifying hunt, can Bessie make it out alive? I started reading this book today on my computer because I think as you may now killed the bride yesterday, it was just too late for me to shoot this little clip, and then I had to go to work, so I just got home. But I read about 10 pages so far, like nothing at all really. How many pages does this book have? 330 pages, so not that long. So far I'm very intrigued by it. I hope it will be good. I hope it will be 5 stars. I'm not sure yet. I feel like I haven't really gotten a good feel for the book yet. Like I feel like you can't really do that in 10 pages. But yeah, that's what I'm reading so far. I think the cover is quite cute. I love the blue. I have high hopes for this book, but like I said, Natasha Preston's books are a bit hit or miss for me. Most of the time I end up reading like 3 to 4 stars. Some of them are 5 stars. But I just got this book and I was really excited to read it. So yeah, that's where we're at. We'll keep looking. Okay, quick update. I finished reading The Party by Natasha Preston. Spoiler or no spoiler, I rated it 4 stars. The one problem I always have with Natasha's books is that the endings always are a little bit unsatisfying. You always are left with so many questions. And like, even with this one, I'm like, I still have so many questions left and I know they won't ever be answered. And sometimes that just pisses me off. Like, I really enjoy her books. I do. But I just never... more often than not, I don't think like 5 star worthy. This was a good YA mystery book, though it was a bit more gory than I would have expected. Which I don't mind. I'm fine with reading about gore. But that might be something to keep in mind if you want to read this book. But it was definitely creepy, and the whole like large abandoned castle, being trapped inside a castle in a storm with a killer, was kind of cool. It was a very cool concept. And most of these characters fucking sucked, by the way. But yeah, still no 5 star read, just a 4 star read. Again, which is not bad at all, obviously. It's still a good book. I really enjoyed it. I read it in pretty much like one day now. I read like 300 pages of this today. And I really enjoyed it. But, you know, it's not giving me that 5 star feeling that I'm looking for. But I'm hoping that my next read will do that. And my next read will be Bad Eater by Kylie Lee Baker. This is my Illumicrate Every Night edition. Looks really cool. And I think this book is going to dive into some really cool topics. And really important topics, but also being really creepy. So I will read the synopsis for you guys so you can get an idea about what this book is about. Cora Sang is a crime scene cleaner, but the bloody messes don't bother her. Not when she's already witnessed the most horrific thing possible. Her sister being pushed in front of a train. But the killer was never caught, and Cora is still haunted by his last words. Bad Eater. These days, nobody can reach Cora, not her aunt who wants her to prepare for this Hungry Ghost Festival, not her weird colleagues, and especially not the slack-jawed shadow lurking around her doorframe. After all, it can't be real, can it? After a series of unexplained killings in Chinatown, Cora believed that someone might be targeting Asian women, and something might be targeting Cora herself. Soon she'll learn you can't ignore Hungry Ghost. This book sounds so cool. I'm so excited to read it. I've been wanting to read it pretty much since I got it, but I haven't had the time to really sit down to read it in one go because I don't want to travel with my special edition books. So yeah, this is what we're gonna read next. I hope we'll finally have a 5 star read. That would be amazing because I feel like I'm slowly losing my mind over here. Hate it.
I just can't get over how stunning this edition is. Like, I love this gold foiling. It's so pretty.
Okay, so I started reading Bad Eater, and so far I'm really enjoying it, which is obviously a good sign. I did not want to put this book down, but I have a deadline today and I haven't started yet. Yeah, So I need to actually do something, like some schoolwork, some study work, before I can continue reading, because otherwise it would be very irresponsible. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm starting to have some hope that maybe there are still 5-star rates out there for me, because at the moment I kind of feel like, how hard can it be, right? Like, how hard can it be to find a 5-star rate? Apparently very hard, apparently very difficult. But like I said, I'm about 50 pages in, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I will finish reading this book today because it's less than 300 pages long, and like I said, I'm also filming another video simultaneously. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that this might be the book we've been looking for. That would be amazing. I would love that. So I have hope. I have hopes. Dreams, I don't know, but a little bit of hope. I did it. I did it. I finally did it. 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars. Finally. I don't even know how many books I read for this video anymore. Okay, I don't know anymore. I don't know. But yeah, I finally finished reading Bad Eater by Kylie Baker. Like I said before, I don't know if I kept that clip in, but I was really sick, so it took me a long time to read, because I was so sick that I couldn't read. But this book was so good and so creepy and so disturbing and kind of sad as well, and it just made me feel all the emotions, and I love all of these characters so much, like these 3 people who are like the main focus of the book. I just love them. But yeah, this book was insane. It was very gory, it was very paranormal, very creepy, very interesting. And like I said, it's so weird to read books that take place during COVID. Like, COVID to me, like when I think back on that time, it kind of feels like a weird fever dream almost. Like, it wasn't really, like, I know it was real, like, we all lived through it, but it doesn't feel like we did. Like that's so messed up to me. Like it's so long ago, but at the same time, it feels like yesterday, but at the same time, it also feels like it hasn't happened at all. But yeah, Bad Eater, God, I loved it. This is such a good horror book, and I love Cora, the main character. I love her so much. I love her, like, she's just, all these characters are just so, I love them. And the writing in this book is really good, and the fact that it's just so creepy, and the ending is so realistic, and that is really fucking sad. Like, the ending is very sad and satisfying, but it's realistic as hell, and I hate that. I wish it wasn't, but it is, and that makes so much sense, and it elevates the book to have like a whole more intense meaning. But I wish it wasn't realistic. But yeah, 5 stars. Finally. I don't even know how many books are to this video. I don't even know how long this is gonna be. I don't even know if anyone will watch it. But we did it, and I'm done with it. I'm gonna go make a video like this for a very long time, because it was a disaster. I wanted to give up so often, but I didn't give up, so that was bad. So yeah, we finally found a 5-star read, finally. And now I'm going to end this video because I'm sick of it. So yeah, if you've watched all of this, if you watched this hot mess, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Leave a comment down below what your last 5-star read was. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. And I'll see y'all later. Bye!